Zions Extreme Supplements for extreme results. Ask for Zions at your local health food store or gym. Visit Zions.com for more information. When Van Arsdale first came into the UFC, he was 32. Now he is 39, 5 years older. A reach advantage of 2 inches does give away 10 pounds in the matchup against John Marsh. Our referee, Steve Mazzagatti. It's Marsh.
Are you ready?
And Van Arsdale. And a heavyweight tilt. And here we go. Joe, they may very well just be happy to throw some leather.
Well, we'll see. Van Arsdale says he wants to punch with him, but that might have just been talk. He is training with the American Kickboxing Academy up there in San Jose, which is a fantastic mixed martial arts stable with a lot of really well-rounded guys, and I'm sure they're working on all aspects of his skills. If he actually wants to be a professional mixed martial arts fighter, that's one of the best places in the world to train.
Started in 1997 in this mixed martial arts game. Sizing each other up right now.
Marsh is pressing.
Both hit very hard. And the interesting thing is neither fighter would mind this fight taking place on the mat either. Because Marsh said, hey, I'm great on my back, and Van Arsdale may very well go for the takedown.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what kind of strategy Van Arsdale actually uses.
Marsh just looks like his nickname. He looks like a bull. There's the clinch. Oh, good knee to the midsection. And a takedown.
That is elite level wrestling right there. Excellent manipulation of the opponent's body weight. Spun him around. Boom. Got him on his back.
And side control, Joe.
Absolutely. Van Arsdale's got him in a good position here. Like you said, he's in side control. Good control of Marsh, but Marsh is very, very good off his back. Marsh is going to look to try to get his legs underneath and get into some sort of a situation where he's either in half guard or perhaps full guard, or roll him, sweep him. He's taking some elbows right now.
Right off the takedown into side control, Mike Van Arsdale here in the early parts of round 1.
Those are some really nice short elbows by Van Arsdale. Ooh,
Van Arsdale
nice
just got out of the Army, went to serve our nation in the military, and he said when he got out, I'm going to get back into this fighting game.
Wow, those are tight elbows inside of the body. He's really, really explosive inside there.
May have already cut Marsh. Yep, he cut Marsh.
Yeah, you don't see guys with that kind of, I mean, that's really short range, really explosive elbows in tight, with a lot of energy behind him. I mean, he's really putting a lot into these. Marsh has got to get up from the bottom. He's either got to get to side control, or get to half guard or something, or try to get this to his feet, because this is a bad spot. His eye is really bloody right now and swelling badly.
Cut on from the elbows. He is cut on his left eye in a relentless ground and pound attack by Mike Van Arsdale.
Yeah, he is really working him with these elbows. They're really short too. Really very efficient.
Oh my goodness!
These are some of the hardest elbows I've ever heard to the body in such a short area, a short range. I mean, he's not rising up to do it. He's staying tight to him and just dropping these down.
This is a bit unorthodox. It almost looked like he was going right to the top. Now he's back to side control.
Yeah, Van Arsdale is just totally controlling him here. And Marsh is grimacing. He's taking hard knees to the body.
Hey, no knee to the head. Watch your knee to the head.
No kneeing to the head. You hear Steve Mazzagatti barking out the instructions inside the octagon.
Wow, they were actually talking to each other. It's amazing how lucid they are. What's going on? He said no knees to the head, no knees to the head, and then Marsh apologized, and Van Arsdale said it's cool.
Now, and there's a good knee to the midsection though, and another one.
Marsh has got to get out from under here.
How can he without the use of his legs, Joe?
He's got to either do one of two things. He's got to either tie up Van Arsdale and make it so that he can't keep dropping these bombs down on him, or he's got to scramble somehow and get to his feet, or scramble and get to a position where he can control Marsh's legs with either half guard or full guard. But this is bad.
This is a position we have rarely seen in the UFC.
Van Arsdale is an elite wrestler, like we talked about before. I mean, the guy has a huge list of credentials and accomplishments in the wrestling world, and this is the wrestler's strength, the ability to hold you down.
May 15th, 1998. The one and only time prior to tonight Mike Van Arsdale has been inside the octagon. His only mixed martial arts loss came to world champion Vanderlei Silva, one of the most dangerous men in this entire game, and there is no shame in that. A dominant first round for Mike Van Arsdale.
This is one of the most brutal and efficient uses of elbows and knees inside while controlling a guy that I've ever seen. Just total control. You notice how he never lets Marsh get into a position where Marsh is even close to getting out of this. There he goes. Like when I said that, Marsh stands up.
7 seconds remaining in round number 1.
A little too little, a little too late, but still, at least it shows that John Marsh can get up from that position. And he's going to have to. He's going to figure out a way out of this.
So much for going toe-to-toe with your Mike Van Arsdale.
Yeah, Mike Van Arsdale with an excellent strategy. Wow, look at John Marsh's eye. That looks bad.
That is ugly.
All right, John Marsh has got to figure out a different strategy here. He knows now, obviously, he doesn't want to be on his back with Van Arsdale. Definitely doesn't want to be on his back, controlled and side control.
Marsh in the black and white trunks. Van Arsdale in the red trunks with the shaved head.
Van Arsdale is just chiseled.
Amazing.
At 39 years old. I mean, this is really a new era for athletes.
It's all about nutrition as much as working out. Van Arsdale, you know, he's a wrestling buddy of Randy Couture's. I'm sure he sees Randy Couture as many of the fighters do, and he's inspired by Couture's success at age 41. Van Arsdale 6'2", 225 in the weigh-in.
Marsh is plodding forward, but so far he hasn't committed to anything. His mouth is wide open.
He's got it.
Nice right hand by Marsh.
Oh, nice counter.
Van Arsdale has been stopped before. He was knocked out by Vanderlei Silva.
The interesting thing there is that Marsh was trying to avoid the takedown, and right when Van Arsdale went to shoot, they met midway.
Yeah, this is definitely Van Arsdale's advantage right here.
Van Arsdale may look for the leg sweep.
I mean, he can look for anything here. If he can just pull him off there and get him in a position where he's not pressed up against the fence, he's got a really good likelihood of taking him down, or push him up against the fence and take his knees out from under him.
Both men expended a lot of energy in that first round, and believe me, while Marsh was being punished, Van Arsdale was working his gas tank as well, because he was throwing down in the ground and pound continuously. Marsh would love to keep it right here. Let's see if he starts to engage them. The explosiveness for the shoot is unbelievable.
Yeah, Van Arsdale is a big proponent of plyometrics. He does a lot of crazy drills. I've seen videos of him doing all these crazy jumping drills. Very explosive athlete, like all elite level wrestlers.
As I said, an alternate on the Olympic team. Been in the military, been out of the UFC for 7 years. Bachelor of Science degree from Iowa State University, and a very likable mixed martial artist, 39-year-old Mike Van Arsdale.
John Marsh, next couple punches, got Van Arsdale backing up.
And now John Marsh has a chance to do some damage on Mike Van Arsdale.
Marsh is going to look to get his right hand free and possibly take Van Arsdale's back, or sink in a guillotine from here.
And this is a man who has a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
He's letting Van Arsdale up, though. He had him down, and he had control of him. Ooh, Van Arsdale's gassing here. He's taking some deep breaths.
Joe, he really went hard for 5 full minutes in that first round.
He did. He inflicted a lot of punishment, though. And Marsh is feeling it still.
Get on the legs. Get on the legs. Throw and go.
Who will push the tempo first?
This is a big fight for both of these guys.
You get off first.
34-year-old John Marsh has waited a lifetime to have this opportunity. Was scheduled originally to fight at UFC 50 against Trey Telligman, but had to drop out because of an injury, dislocated a hip, which caused a severe strain on the surrounding ligaments.
Good right hand man, Van Arsdale. Marsh got mad. You can see right away he got angry. Oh, nice fake, and goes for the takedown. A beautiful sprawl by Marsh.
Marsh seems to be comfortable.
That was a really, really nice little situation right there. Good sprawl. He recognized that Van Arsdale was faking the punch to go for the takedown and immediately changed his levels.
Marsh has a chance to win this round.
Nice takedown by Marsh. Beautiful.
There you go.
And winds up on top. Now let's see how Van Arsdale does off his back. It's always been a knock on a lot of wrestlers. Once you get them off their back, on their their back, rather it's an unfamiliar position. They don't like to train here, they don't like to be here. Marsh trying to get out of half guard here. He's got his right leg trapped in between Van Arsdale's legs.
Let's go! You suck it up! Let's go!
Nice return for John Marsh, and with that takedown here near the end of the round, we may have ourselves pretty even scorecards after 10 minutes of action.
Yeah, even scorecards, but you still got to say that Van Arsdale inflicted a lot more damage in the first round.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, it's especially since it's not Marsh's strength. Oh, look at it! Almost got the mount here.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
7 seconds.
This is John Marsh's world. He's got to sink that choke in quick. He's got 3 seconds to go. He's got it locked up.
He's going to run out of time.
He had his back and he had it locked on. He had his hand on his bicep ready to crank.
Set for the third and final round. This fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the heavyweight division.
The whole scoring situation is very odd right now. I think mixed martial arts scoring still needs to be worked out a little bit, because that first round, I mean, wasn't that really a 10-8 round? I mean, how do you score that? There was total domination.
No question about it.
Marsh is trying to get up, but I mean, was it a 10-8? If it was a 10-8, then it's definitely in Van Arsdale's favor still.
But it's attainable now for John Marsh.
Absolutely, and John Marsh has also shown that if he gets him to the ground, he can control him, and he can get him in a position where he can close the submission.
Marsh really swollen by the left eye, but continues to pull his way forward.
Marsh going after him, throws some knees against the fence.
Take him down.
Now Van Arsdale knows that Marsh might try to take him down. Let's see how he reacts here.
Look at Marsh is just hanging though right now. Marsh is just hanging.
Van Arsdale's taking some deep breaths.
Oh, there's a good punch to the solar plex.
Ooh. Watch the groin on that, says Steve Mazzagatti. Always good advice. Nice knee by Marsh inside.
These are two fatigued athletes. Open mouth breathing for Mike Van Arsdale.
These are two big, strong guys. This has been a pretty grueling encounter. Ooh, big, nice body shots in there by Marsh.
Marsh started wrestling in high school and works out with Rico Ciparelli and the boys in the Los Angeles area.
Nice body shot. He hurt Van Arsdale badly.
Here goes Marsh, trying to finish Van Arsdale.
Wow, beautiful move by Van Arsdale. Right when it looked like he was done. Comes on strong.
And still avoiding the guard. Doing a great job of getting right back into side control, Joe.
This was a really bad position for John Marsh in the first round. So that's some of the best inside elbows I've ever seen from side control.
I'll tell you what, he opens up that eye anymore, and it could be nighty-night for John Marsh.
Yeah, John Marsh has got to find a way out of this position.
He couldn't in the first round. Will he be able to now that he's much more fatigued than in the first round? It's going to be even that much more difficult, isn't it?
It's going to be very difficult to get Van Arsdale out of this spot. He had 0 success in the first round. He could very conceivably ride out the 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in just this spot, just beating Marsh down. If that's the case, he's going to eke out a victory here.
I'll tell you what.
Pound out a victory. What am I saying?
No question. And he continues to pound away. Look at how that cut is closed, though.
Yeah, his eye is almost closed completely.
I mean, our cut man Stitch does a great job. Dr. Margaret Goodman checking the corner, making sure that Marsh's vision was still okay. Marsh is a warrior, as is anybody who steps in these gates.
No, absolutely. I mean, Marsh just coming back after that first round to dominate the second round and almost have Van Arsdale choked out at the end. But this is a bad spot for him. And it's very hard to get out from underneath an elite wrestler like Van Arsdale.
Just smothering. Just absolutely smothering.
Smothering and, at the same time, inflicting a lot of punishment.
And that's the one thing Van Arsdale wants to stay busy enough for these next 90 seconds, though that Steve Mazzagatti doesn't bring these two fighters back to their feet.
Well, this is do or die time for Marsh. He has got to figure out a way. I mean, he almost might want to expose his back just to instigate a scramble. Look at this. Marsh is in a bad spot here. Van Arsdale looked like he was tying up an arm there, but he might want to instigate some sort of a scramble in any way, just to give him an arm, give him his back, something. I mean, Van Arsdale isn't the best submission grappler, but he's a great wrestler, and in this spot, he's just going to smash him. Less than a minute left. Marsh has got to do something.
Keep working. Still working.
He's got to take some sort of a chance here. You see him rolling towards Van Arsdale. I mean, it's his instincts as a good fighter to not roll away from him. But to roll away from him and give him his back, that might be the only way to get something going here.
It's like a big snake that just continues to smother away. Mike Van Arsdale inside control.
Yeah, Marsh is stuck here. He's just going to continue to take elbows.
And this decision looks like it will clearly go to Mike Van Arsdale.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, this is, like I said, this is the most effective use of elbows and side control that I think I've ever seen.
Finally, he does what you say and just tries to change position just to change position, but it will be for naught.
It's a little too little, a little too late. I think we're going to see a decision victory for Mike Van Arsdale.
I agree. Great job done after an absence of nearly 7 years for Mike Van Arsdale.
Valiant effort. Valiant effort by John Marsh, but I think he just came up short. Didn't know how to deal with Van Arsdale's side control. He had him in that second round, though.
So we will render the judge's decision, and Mike Van Arsdale has to feel very confident. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the bout 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Mike Van Arsdale.
A unanimous decision victory for the heavyweight, Mike Van Arsdale.